Hello you guys, welcome to the channel, and girls as well, not to forget. Welcome to the channel, and tonight I'm going to do what is like what I did on the same Valentine. It's a lot of fun, at least for me. It looked like that you liked it as well. You liked it as well, and the thing is going to be about pick a pile. So on the thumbnail there are 4 piles. I'm going to show them all to you now as well, and also you can think of a person that you want to know what kind of intentions they are having right now towards you. So by picking up the pile, I'm going to do a reading, and hopefully that reading is going to show their intentions. And so the first pile that you can choose from is that pile. It looks like this, and it's called Shadowscape Tarot. After that, the second pile that we do have is this pile here. This is how it looks like. That is, I don't speak French very well, but it is called Art Nouveau, I believe. That is how it's pronounced. Then it's the third pile, and that is how it looks like. Okay, so that pile, that is the Millennium Thought. And the last pile, which is that pile, that is how it looks like. And that is a golden foil tarot. It's one of my favorite, actually. So, with that being set aside, and going forward with the readings, I'm going to shuffle the first pile, and for all of you who chose it, let's have a look what kind of intention that individual that you do have in mind has for you. You know, that can be any kind of person, right? They can have a business intentions, intimate intentions, or for any kind of intentions you can actually have in mind. Hello Christina, welcome to the stream, and good luck with your choice. All right, cutting up the first deck, and the first card, that is a 5 of Swords. Not a great start. Then it is Knight of Cups. And the third card, that will be the Sun. Okay, so those are the 3 cards. Now, it's quite complicated intention wise. So those are the 3 cards here, and right away 5 of Swords, and the that's not Knight, that's King. 1 second, yeah, that is a King of a Cups, and it's conservation, right? 5 of Swords and the King of Cups, that is a conservative state. So intention wise, in between these 2 cards, it is that this person that you are thinking of, they can offer you and be more for you at the situation you are given in, but for now, just so they do not cross over certain boundaries, certain lines, they aren't offering or presenting themselves, okay, or in generally exposing as much as they are capable of, and as much as they can. And another thing that it is important for you to know, for all of you who chose the very first deck, it is that you need to be careful how much you are exposing yourself to them, That is because with these two cards, there is a very big chance, well, not big, but let's say a moderate chance these feelings you share with that person to be leaked, to be exposed in a very, I would say, petty way. And through that exposure, you may feel, and not just only you, but also that person, to feel humiliated, right? So it's important, at least at that stage, to maintain emotional distance to a certain extent. Hello, Mattia. So it's a good choice, by the way, because that is the on the flip side intention. What I mean is the more of a the negative intention, because from the other side we do have the Sun card to the Five of Swords, and that is an intention to find the happy spot, intention to find what is that thing which could make them and you simultaneously a happy, and to make your interaction, relationship, doesn't matter whether it is a business relationship or a intimate relationship, to work best and to work more naturally. And just to give you an example, to find out what is that business you both can do, so you both can make money without having to fight constantly along one idea or another, or along one client or another, to find out what is this enterprise that makes you happy and them happy, and simultaneously you are capable to experience it to its full extent without having to be annoyed, and without maintaining, how can I put it into words, or developing any petulant emotions about it, so you both can end up happy. But in this quest, okay, of developing this mutual experience, that person will become a bit aggressive, okay? So the intention is a bit of at all cost that we are having here. And finally, just to close, to wrap it all up, don't put them in a situation where they have to choose whether it's me or it's you, because if that's the situation, they are going to choose themselves every step of the way. Okay, so that was for the first, the choice of the first deck. And you need to, again, just to wrap it all up here, you need to be rather very careful what kind of emotions you are showing, just so you don't drown them up. Bear in mind that they are capable of offering you much more than they are currently, but that will unfold and develop into the future. And just leave them be in terms of that search of a quest, what is that enterprise which is gonna make you both happy. Okay, so that was the first deck. Now shuffling up the second one. For every one of you who chose the second deck, the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, here I have to disappoint you guys. And that is because, at least according to these three cards, which are, again, the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor, that person that you are thinking of is intending to do nothing currently about the situation in between you two. Not that they don't have it in mind, okay? They do have in mind how they want the things to develop in between you two. Hello, mature dollars. They don't have in mind how things are to develop in between you two, but without Emperor and without Wheel of Fortune being on either side of the High Priestess, they don't have either the means, nor the timing, nor the right circumstances around, right? So that means that they just don't feel ready, and then don't feel themselves enough for you. And if you are, how can I put it into words? If you are feeling kind of isolated from them, like being set behind a wall, and that you aren't let in into their life, well, that's, at least according to my cards, that's the reason. It is because the person that you are thinking of, they cannot rely at all on the resources that they do have. They can't rely at all whether they're going to be able to maintain any kind of relationship whatsoever. They cannot rely on the fact that they will be able to substantiate and maintain any kind of future in between you two, and they do not rely on these circumstances around them to make a positive change, at least for now. And so that is the reason why you may find them currently secluded, like they are avoiding you, then picking up your calls, okay, and they are trying to get on the other side of the curb if you are to meet on the street. And if you have to know something about this this individual, they are feeling strong connection. And if I have to guess, because this isn't within the cards, but if I have to guess here, if I have to make my educated guess, they just have the impression that they do have a one shot at the matter, one shot with you, and they just don't want to screw it up. It's better that shot to be in a year or 2 or maybe 10 years, but to be meaningful and suspenseful, rather than just blew it all out on shooting it into the dark, if you will, not knowing how to, not knowing whether they're going to be able to make it worth it or not. So currently, again, the intentions to the person that you are thinking of, you choosers of the second deck, is currently to do nothing, because they don't have, I would say, the means and the timing to do it all right. Okay, now the third deck. Let me shuffle it well. Right, for any one of you who chose the third deck, the first card, 1 second. Mattia, thank you for the 20. If you don't have any inquiry, okay, think of a person, and at the end of the stream, which is nigh, I'm gonna make you a reading over how exactly that person is thinking of you and what kind of intentions they do have toward you. Thank you again for the 20. Thank you, Mattia. Right, so for every one of you who chose the third deck, that will be the strength. First one. 10 of Wands. Oh my God, that's very good. And the third one, oh, that is a 9 of Wands. The strength in the 10 of Wands. Ooh, that is like oh, I know, Mattia. All right, this is a very dependent on the situation in between you and that person. So I will try to do my best here to explain it so it can include the majority of states and situations that a person can have. So, you know, when children do stupid things and they embarrass their parents, okay, and their parents are making so that the children from now on they do behave in a way that the parents aren't embarrassed. So that is the intention of the person that you're thinking of, are so to adopt, probably is the best word I can think of now, to adopt the proper response and the proper behavior in the situations that you are both set in and that you're putting each other in, and to enforce to themselves the necessary changes that they have to make, because they do have to make some changes. That is completely obvious to them here with that 9 of Wands next to the Strength card, and to maintain the right composure, to maintain the right attitude, to maintain the right behavior, to have the right behavior into the situations in between you two, so you do not end up being, for example, embarrassed, being, for example, feeling awkward, and so on and so forth. And they do have something else in mind here, which is a big thing. So they do have some things that they do need to move around. Okay, they do have some conditions that needs to be met yet. But once those conditions are to be met, they do have a big goal for both of you, that both of you are to be included in that big goal, whether that big goal is to make a family, make a business, okay, or go somewhere on a vacation, I don't know, but for them it is a big goal. Hey, Rocky, long time no see. I'm doing well. I hope you are doing well. Yeah, a bit of a different format here, Rocky. Yeah, so a big goal that includes both of you. And then, like I said, that goal could be making up a family, building up a business, or going somewhere on a vacation. For them, it is a very, very big goal. And they are putting a real effort, at least on their part, to make that goal to happen. But again, you need to know that there is a lot of criteria they need to fit in on their end in order that goal to be accomplishable and even a possibility for them. So I can only imagine that from your side, what it is required here in order things to kind of like go smooth from there moving forward is a bit of patience, and the word is not normal, but rather like to put them in, not to make a scenes. That is what is important, not to make a scenes because you do not see what you wish to see, or because you do not encounter from them what you are expecting to encounter. Like I said, they do have a lot of things on their plate right now, juggling with a lot of things. And the last thing that they do really need is unpredictability. No, I'm doing the live reads, Rocky. I'm doing the live reads that haven't changed at all. It's just I did a format for Valentine, which was pick a pile, and it was a lot of fun, at least for me, and it looked like that the audience liked it as well. So I'm trying to see whether it's good that trend is going to continue for the fortnight. Oh my God, no, Thursday's lives. But yeah, the live the super chat readings, they do stay. Okay, so the last deck. The fourth deck. Yeah, it's now at the end, Rocky. And the end is approaching because I am on the fourth deck now. But yeah, the super chat is done at the end. Okay, for all of you who chose the fourth deck, the moon, the high priestess, the three of pentacles. So intention wise, it's only the three of pentacles and the moon card. Okay, those two. Now the other two, it's more of a how they see you, the moon card and the high priestess here, and their conviction, for lack of better expression. Rocky, thank you for the 27.99 Canadian. Thank you, Rocky. Let me put you into the list. If you don't have a specific person in mind right now, just give me an inquiry what you wish the reading to be for. Okay, so again, the moon card and the high priestess, more of a how they accept you, how they see you. So I'm not gonna kind of like put it aside anymore. These two cards are strong indicatives for that the person you're thinking of is accepting you as a subject that you are destined to be, whether destined to be for good or bad. You're welcome, Rocky. So you are destined to be either for good or bad. Either you are destined to be an enemies, either destined to be a lovers, or either destined for you to be there so they can learn some kind of a lesson. But they are convinced, at least currently, that you are destined to be something, and that you do have some kind of a future in front of you that you are to experience together no matter what, right? And so intention wise is to be around you. Okay, so they do have that intention that they must support your cause, and that they should guide you and help you with your current undertakings and with your current endeavors. Now, Three of Pentacles in the Moon card, not the perfect elements of dignity when it comes to support, because the Moon card here, especially as a primary card, invades with a fantasies. What comes out of it, it is that this person that you are thinking of may already have the impression what you really need, at least according to them, and to be a strongly what I'm trying to say here, to be completely wrong. You need one thing, but their imagination is telling them that you need something else. Like, for example, if you do need peace, they may think that you do need some kind of a nice time, for example, with them, and they are going to push it and straight away bruise it on you through criticism, which could be very, very off-putting and very, very annoying. All right, so you may want to brace yourself for those situations and for those conversations. But that is no different than, now that I think of, that is no different than a parent, for example, a mother that thinks that they know better than their children, they know better what their children needs, and they know better what their children should become when they grow up. So you know, the parent is kind of like already tunnel visioning them into a school, into a university, and so on and so forth. So with you, choosers of the fourth deck, truth be told, I don't know what kind of a advice to give you, because it's a pretty difficult situation in between you and that person that you're thinking of, because you know it's so close to get on the same page and to walk the path that you both are destined to walk together, and in the same time the impression how that path should be walked together, it's at least at that stage quite different from each other. So what can you do in order to change that? Well, you can ease their insecurities, because that is the reason why they're trying to bruise that criticism on you and to bruise their impression on you, because with that Moon card and the Three of Pentacles, they are feeling insecure in a way that you are, well, they know that you are destined, but they are feeling insecure whether that destiny is going to be fulfilled now or is going to be fulfilled in the future, or maybe some of them may think that is going to be fulfilled in another life. And if you want to sever that narrative from them and ease that criticism you are getting from them, and it's not even the criticism, the bruising as well, because we do have a support here also. They will want to support you, but in their way, and it's not going to be exactly what you need, but it's going to be their fantasy of what you need that they will try to support. So in order to stop that, you have to in some way ease their insecurity. Maybe another time, maybe next week Thursday, I'm gonna do the same thing, pick a pile, but it's going to be about what is the best approach toward my personal interest, and so on and so forth. So hopefully that helps you guys, and truly I do have a lot of fun with these. Hopefully you do too. Shona say, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Shona say. Let me put you into the list. And for you, we are about to see also what are Charlie's intentions toward you. But first goes first, that will be Mattia. 1 second, and for you, my super chat friends, I am also going to give you through what those intentions will manifest, something that it is impossible to be done for the collective. But as I'm using another system here, which is showing events, I will tell you as well what is the event through which the manifestation of the person that you have that you are thinking of will manifest. Okay, Rocky, thank you for the inquiry. Oh, you're welcome, Mattia. To you too. Let me see the event. Well, Mattia, to tell you these are good intentions, knowing your situation. Hopefully, the person that you're thinking of will be able to come true to them. You know, because intending it and doing it, two different things. That's kind of strange with the event. Okay. All right. So those are the cards. The intentions are to simplify the situation in between you two, okay? In order to make the situation more consistent and more working for the sake of both of you, and if it is possible to become more lovely, that would be best. But here is the problem here, Mattia. Those are the Four of Wands. Okay, Four of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. So those Four of Wands and Knight of Pentacles, when it comes to an elemental dignity and intentions, it is when there are subjects that cannot be involved in, but they are a very important subjects. Okay, so if I have to guess, okay, for example, the person that you're thinking of have something that he is dealing with that he cannot fully share with you, whether because he signed an NDA, whether because, you know, he promised, say, his business partner or a member of the family that he will not want to share it to its full extent. So he's having those aspects right now which he cannot involve you with them, and that is complicating the situation in between you two. But what is gonna kick off, okay, what is gonna kick off his intentions and through what they are gonna manifest is through missing money, or rather a closed venue of money for them. All right, so money that they are relying on or that they are knowing it's theirs will be cut off from them, and that is going to kick off their approach toward you to try to make things work in between you two by simplifying the situation and making it work, making a solid effort, things to get warmer in between you two. So he will be betrayed, all right, whether from a business partner, whether from a family member, I don't know, but some money that they do think they have, gone. And hopefully he's not going to come out crying like a baby that he needs money for something, because that could be the very reason where they're going to see that they do need you at the end of the day, and that the only person that they can truly rely on it's you. Okay, so that was for you, Mattia. Now it's you, Rocky. As you can see, guys, for personalized experience, much more concrete and much more informative. Just tarot isn't really built. It's not like tarot cannot do it, but it's not really built for generalized interpretation. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get the house off first. All right, that is the card for the house. Seven of Wands, Rocky, and a lot of competitors. Okay, what that card says is that there are people who are, or sellers that are undermining the prices, and you know, people that are searching to buy. They aren't that I would say meticulous and pedantic about the thing that they are buying. So they are preferring to make a compromise with the price rather than with the place and say the size or the value of what they're buying. But within the next 6 months, Rocky, you are gonna have one chance, because you are gonna end up negotiating with for example, the family, or with the person that is gonna be willing to buy the house at the price that you have set, okay, and under the conditions that you do have in mind. However, the window is gonna be very tight, and once you are offered, you know, you say the price and you say the conditions, and that person tells you, okay, I'm in, you should rush to sell it right there and right then. I mean, within the next couple of days maybe, or even a day if possible, because again, the window is going to be very, very tight. So that is why you have to wait. It is just, there are cheaper properties, people which are buying, they don't care about the location that much. They don't care about, you know, about the quality of what surrounds the property. They do only care to have a roof over their head on a cheaper price. Now, for what do you need to know? Those are the cards here, Rocky. And you need to know that I said within 6 months. I didn't say after 6 months, Rocky. I cannot give you exact timing to tell you in 2 weeks, okay, or in a month. That's I would advise you to check with an astrologer, and still they're gonna give you time frame, like, you know, from this date and that date is most appropriate to find a buyer, right? But someone to tell you an exact date, I don't know, that has to be a really, really good psychic. if there are such people. All right, so again, those 3 cards for what you need to know, and a lot of business, right? A lot of business. You will find yourself a very, and when I say business, I don't mean work. You're gonna find yourself being very busy. A lot of, I can't really say demands, more of a responsibilities that you're gonna have to tackle. And at some point, it's gonna come the urge for you to set certain boundaries, to set certain walls, so you do not have been taken advantage of. Let's say your kindness haven't been taken advantage of, your empathy haven't been taken advantage of, and also your sense for helping others haven't been taken advantage of. And once you set those boundaries, once you set those rules in between you and those people which are around you, that is going to open up a or it's going to give you, so to speak, an opening to make a move toward a dream of yours. And I'm even going to check right now what is going to be the event which that opening is going to present itself through. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're going to start collecting, whether favors, whether loans, but you're going to start collecting from friends. Oh, that's going to shred your heart by the looks of it with that Ace of Cups. But also the realization that if you aren't accountable for yourself first and foremost, but rather you end up being accountable only for everyone around you, you are putting yourself not on the third, not on the second, not on the third, but on the 10th gear, and you're never gonna end up having to accomplish your dreams. So once you start collecting what you have been owed, you're gonna have now not only the resources but also the circumstances to make a move toward a dream you have, whether that dream is to live somewhere, whether that dream is to have your own business, whether that dream is I don't know, to have a family as well. Okay, so whatever the dream is, but that is what you need to know for the next 6 months. A lot of responsibilities to tackle. You're gonna have the time for all of them. Okay, the time and to offer and present what those responsibilities will need from you. Okay, but you will have to put your own things first above the others. Okay, and make collection. Just collect. You're welcome, Rocky. It is always a pleasure to make your reading. Thank you again for your generosity. Thank you. All right, and last but not least, from the super chat, that will be Shonase. So you want to know Charles' intentions and also how they are going to manifest, through what they are going to manifest. You're welcome, Rocky. Next time it's going to be Sunday, though. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Sean say, those are cards. Five of Cups, the Hangman, Five of Wands. You see the event. It's a retribution. It's an event of a retribution, unfortunately. Those are cards, okay? So the intentions of that person is to wait for the moment, okay, to make you feel the way they felt. That is their intentions. I don't know what you did, but they are feeling quite disappointed and wasted, and if you will, even hurt. I mean, they're in a feeling of loss, and you may even know that you have done that thing or done something to make them feel that way. But at least according to these cards, these are an intentions of a retribution. It's not going to be a severe one, though. It's gonna through something they say, or through something probably they say, you know, or through something that they are going to do to make you think of you know, to see them in a slightly different perspective than the perspective you are seeing them right now. And after that, forgiveness is going to follow. Now, probably in a least expected time, okay? When you are, say, you are relying on them for something, they are gonna pull off, and that is gonna make you kind of like experience as well the way the feeling of loss, let's say, that they have experienced or not. But bear in mind that this is a an act of betrayal, for a lack of better expression. Now, until that time comes, until they're gonna have the circumstances to execute that betrayal, they are gonna try to do whatever they can to drown, if I may express it that way, to drown that feeling of disappointment and that feeling of loss. Now, bear in mind that this isn't a feeling of sorrow, so they have not have a second thoughts whether you are the chosen one or not, for whatever the reason, okay? No, I mean, that person, Charles, is still convinced that whatever he chose you for, you are still the right choice for that. He just wants to teach you a lesson, whether big or whether small. And until that thing comes, he is going to drown that, whether drinking, whether sleeping through it, whether whoring through it, whatever way he can. But he will try to drown it until the time comes to make you feel it yourself. So that is Charles' intentions towards you. I don't know, maybe he gave you a hint you haven't even noticed, and he felt truly disappointed of the fact that you haven't noticed his hint, and so next time you give him a hint, he will kind of like play the role of like he is not noticing it. That could be the way how this thing plays out. But for now, until he has the chance to make you feel the way he felt, that the intention is to wait for the moment and to drown the disappointment and the sense of loss. Okay, so that's gonna do it for tonight, people. I enjoyed it again. Hopefully you did as well. And we're gonna see each other at Sunday, hopefully, for a regular reading this time around. Now, Sunday is going to be, hold on a second, what time, what date is Sunday? Sunday is 23rd, so we are gonna have a new moon in Pisces, of course, 27th. Yeah, so Sunday, don't miss it, guys. New moon in Pisces, where there is going to be a reading for each star sign. And until that moment, I hope you have a great days in front of you, and we're going to see each other then. Until then, bye.